Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins.
What's up, everybody? I'm the Crypto Crow. Hopefully some of you guys enjoyed my little Magic the Gathering vacation, my mini gaming vacation this afternoon. I just wanted a break. I wanted to do something different. Didn't expect anything fantastic, but you know, hopefully if I can start bringing some of the... Oh, wait a minute, there's an ad for Hash Rush. Why are they having an Indiegogo campaign? They already had an ICO. That's interesting. Anyway, I actually invested a little bit into this Hash Rush. Hold on, I want to check this out real quick. Ultimately, I'm eagerly awaiting more blockchain-based games. $100,000 goal. I wonder if they I don't remember how well they did at ICO. I'd have to check, but my guess is they got a bunch of Ethereum and didn't cash it out into Fiat right away, and now it's down and they can't finish development of the game. That's my guess. Anyway, we're not here to talk about this game. I get that, but this actually looked really cool. So I supported it a little bit. I mean, it's obviously very, very well thought out. They've gotten, I mean, these are videos of the game. I've actually played the demo. So anyway, yeah, I'll have to look into that later. I ultimately do want to have a thing where I'm going over blockchain games, and I want a playlist specifically for that. And so, yeah, you know, we'll see what's going on. Joey D is in the house. Crypto Terp, Heather Starbuck, Danny Sanchez. Let's go Tron to $2 at least. You know, we'll get to that. You know, here's the thing. As I'm exploring the kind of where a lot of these big projects are now, some of them are blowing my mind with what they're accomplishing. Some of them are kind of hibernating and not impressing me a whole hell of a lot, to be honest with you. Some of them set the bar on themselves pretty high, and I'm seeing very little activity from some of them. And then others, you just see pretty much every time you turn on your computer. Looking at the market right now, it's actually no shocker. Bitcoin's sitting right now at about 6,280. It's actually less than that because on CoinBase it's at 6,180. So there's typically, I find that when I'm looking at my trading view, I'm pretty sure this is set to, I think this might be Bitfinex or something. I don't know. I don't actually trade anything on that exchange at all, but it looks like there, Bitcoin's trading at 6,180, and sometimes they add up. It depends. If the price is really volatile, CoinMarketCap actually takes a little longer to catch up. So while you're seeing 6,280, I'm seeing 6,180, $100 difference. And if I go down here and I look at Tron, Tron is down almost 15%. Who are the biggest losers? 18% Mithril. That's interesting. Loom, Bitcoin. Theta token is down. I actually like Theta token. I don't own any Theta, but I am a fan. I think that they're probably onto some pretty big things. I'm guessing. But then we've got Tron down here, and then Nano, XRP. I mean, a lot of stuff has lost about 15%. I mean, the majority of the market, it seems. VeChain's down 13%. Cardano down 13%. But it's funny because Cardano started at 8 cents. So going down 13% only brings it down to 7. So, you know, win some, lose some. You know, like I said before, when a lot of the big TA guys are talking about, we're loading up, trying to get everybody hyped, I feel like when that starts happening, the exact opposite happens. Because I almost feel like it's an opportunity for some of these bigger holders to dump into the hands of those who are buying into the hype. And then we see big dumps like this, and I stopped even doing it. I don't play into any of that shit anymore. Barry Herbst, hi Crypto Crow, it's me. Glad you are here. Very glad you are here. God dang manipulation. Yeah, I don't necessarily know. When I see giant candles like this one way or the other, I can't help but to feel like it's manipulation to some degree. And then some people will argue and say, well, it's not manipulation, it's just a big whale with lots of coins to play with. And that could be true too. But the way I see it is, what point, even swing trading at this level, unless you have an abundance, like hundreds of Bitcoin that you're swing trading, it's like the juice isn't worth the squeeze at this point, in my opinion. Like this dump, I'm like, okay, so, it's not even, I don't even have enough to make swing trading that really worth the fees and the time or the stress. Because if this turns around, it could, you saw $400 lost in a matter of an hour, and it could easily turn around the same time. It could go up $800 in the next hour. And it's such a joke that it's really difficult. Like I was talking to Jacob, I love crypto, and I probe him every once in a while. He's so busy, it's hard to even chat with him. But, I probe him every once in a while with opinions. And he's like, Bitcoin's the hardest thing to run technical analysis for because of stupid shit like this. It's considered noise. It's a big part of the noise. It's one of the terms that I'm reading in one of my books. And so, and the thing of it is that Bitcoin is difficult to run technical analysis for accurately or reliably. As you see, when Bitcoin takes a dive, so does everything else. Everything else is losing 15%, and so to me, with the market where it's at right now and the overall volume, it's just really difficult to get any accurate TA. So I'm just learning, because I'm not learning technical analysis so that I can make trades today. Yeah, you can scalp trades, and it's probably a lot easier to profit scalping trades on smaller coins than it is Bitcoin because it's so expensive. Because if you've got, 100,000 of a coin and you buy it at 5 cents, you sell it on a pump at 10 cents, you've doubled your investment if you're able to sell out properly. So, that stuff is more worthwhile, but I'm ultimately still learning technical analysis because I want to continue learning for when the market stabilizes, when, we're in a confirmed bull run, when, just things turn around in general. So, what are we here to talk about today?
This universe is mine. I am God here.
We're here to talk about Tron. Tron, decentralizing the web. I got to tell you, when I first started seeing about Tron, I thought this is a bit of a joke. I thought, who names a blockchain project that they expect to be taken seriously after a 1980s sci-fi flick? And then I realized, with what their mission is and what they're trying to accomplish, Tron makes complete and utter sense. It's not really a joke to me anymore. They took the brand name of a movie, and they're ultimately trying to build it into a reality. It's kind of why I called it. I am forever from now on referring to Tron as the future fourth dimension of the blockchain. And not just because of what I see them doing today, but I think I'm getting an idea as to Justin Sun's train of thought. And I think I'm starting to understand the overall direction he's looking to take this thing. Tron is still in its very early stages. With as much as it's accomplished already, I believe Tron is... I would love to sit down and talk to Justin Sun on a very personal level, and just get a better idea as to who he is. Like, where's his nerdiness at? What makes him tick? All of this stuff, because I think it would put things into a lot more perspective in terms of the Tron project as a whole. My guess is he has a very strong nerdy side, because he named his project after a damn sci-fi movie. But that being said, I also think he's a brilliant kid. I think he's a kid. I don't know. I don't even know how old he is. I haven't even looked. He might be in his early 30s, but I feel so old sometimes. I feel like everybody's a kid. And I don't mean that in any disrespectful way at all, but he just looks real young, is my point. I feel like a lot of these Asian guys, they can be 50 years old and they'll look 20. So, good on them. I wish I was that lucky. But ultimately, I see Tron. Well, let's go over where they're at in some of the things that they have going on, right? So everybody knows that these guys bought BitTorrent. All right, Tron bought BitTorrent. A lot of people are like up in arms. They didn't get it. They're like, why would you buy BitTorrent? So I'm going to read some of this. And keep in mind, this isn't paid. Nobody's paying me to do any of these videos that say coins I love. Nobody's paying me to do these videos. You guys should know, all of you guys have been following me for a long time know I'm very blunt, very upfront. I'm very open and transparent and honest about every damn thing. If somebody was paying me, I'm going to tell you they're paying me. But nobody's paying me for these videos. So how will BitTorrent help Tron decentralize the web? The BitTorrent platform is already a pioneer in distributed decentralized computing. By using a file sharing mechanism that increases download speeds by sharing files in chunks or pieces, the platform makes sure that no single machine will have sole authority over any information or file in the network. Once this is integrated into the Tron blockchain to enhance shared content monetization, then Justin Sun would have accomplished what he set out to do as envisioned in the project's white paper. Now, put this into perspective. Ultimately, if you're trying to, I truly feel and this could sound crazy, but I feel like he's trying to, nobody's ever said fourth dimension of the blockchain. And I believe that that's ultimately what he's trying to create. He's trying to create a world that the lawnmower man would thrive in. He's trying to create a virtual realm of data transfer, interactivity, gaming, business, transactions, the whole nine. He is trying to build a fourth dimension platform. A dimension where anything is possible. From virtual reality, augmented reality, I believe that we're going to see a lot of this stuff in the coming future once the groundwork is laid out. And I believe, I'm guessing here, but I am going to guess that we're going to see a lot of dApps associated with virtual reality, gaming, and the like on the Tron blockchain. And I believe that the data and everything else is going to be so decentralized in such a way that everything is fast. Everything is quick. Everything is decentralized. No one entity has overall control of the entire platform because that's not the way things work. It's just like the real world. Anything can happen anywhere at any given moment. Not any one entity truly controls everything that's going on. And I think I get it. I think I get long-term what is being developed here. And not only does it excite me, it inspires me to a great degree. Because when you are laying down a foundation such as Tron is, the sky truly does become the limit with what is possible. And so at this point, it goes into, incentives, the Tron ecosystem, creating similarities between Sia Coin and their decentralized solution to data and all this other stuff. But overall, that's what they're doing. They're laying down the foundation and the framework for much, much bigger things to come in the future. The fact that they bought BitTorrent to kind of help facilitate their overall goal of decentralization and data, it says a lot to their grand scheme. So let's look at the price. The price is 2 cents. Here's the thing. Out of 99 billion, okay, that is 99 billion with a B, 99 billion tokens. I know they burned some recently, and they might continue to burn some more in the future. I'm not sure. But out of 99 billion tokens, 65.7 billion of these things are already in circulated supply. What does that mean? That means people are already holding them. People are using them. Things are happening with the Tron token. The fact that Tron is where it's at today in comparison to a lot of other crypto projects are leaps and bounds, folks. And the fact of the matter is, at 2 cents, to me, it's a stupid long-term hold buy. Because I believe that the 2 cents that's spent on Tron tokens today not only stands to increase, I would say realistically, up to 50x. I could see Tron becoming $1 much sooner than later. And I think that there is so much instability in the market overall. There are so many people that have been pushed out of the marketplace leading up to this point that I think that there's going to come a time that when people start diving back in and they start comparing the projects that launched or went an ICO in 2017, and people are comparing the roadmaps to partnerships, all of the stuff that took place up to the time of the market turnaround, that's where people are going to be placing their money again. And I believe Tron is going to be in the top of that list. I believe that a lot of people are going to take notice of what Tron's been accomplishing, and I think they're going to start, things are going to start clicking kind of the way they have with me, and looking not into necessarily what's happened today, not to say that anything small is happening, it's all pretty big stuff, but I think in the grand scheme of this fourth dimension of blockchain space, this is all peanuts. This is literally laying the wood down for a nice, big, beautiful mansion in the sky. And I think that, and look, keep in mind, I had to become a convert to Tron. I originally thought it was a bit of a joke. I really did. But nothing's slowing this train down. Now, this is an article about their development and basically the development kits that have been launched recently. Tron Tech Manager, Ethereum developers can easily develop on Tron. Okay, this is another thing, and this is kind of similar to like what Cardano's been doing, and ultimately trying to open up the project to developers so they don't necessarily have to learn Solidity to be able to develop. This is about Solidity and basically showing the different applications and things. But Zhao was also questioned on the number of dApps on the Ethereum blockchain versus that on Tron. Currently, the quantitative indicators suggest that Ethereum significantly outperforms Tron. No shit. For instance, the Ethereum blockchain has almost 2,000 dApps, whereas Tron only has 18. I'm going to answer this. The Tron mainnet was just launched a couple months ago. They launched an ICO in 2017. I think they got like $75 or $78 million, or maybe $100 million. I don't even remember off the top of my head. These guys are just getting started. Ethereum has been around for years at this point already. Where is Tron going to be in the next few years? Actually, I'm curious about something. So total supply there is, I'm going to guess, where is Ethereum? So Ethereum's circulating supply is 102. Where is their total? That data is not here. Interesting. Wow, it's down to 194. So circulating supply is only 102 million. You know, look, Tron doesn't need to be worth 50 bucks a token to be competitive with the value of Ethereum. I don't even know why some of this data is missing. It's the first time I've seen that. Maybe there's a miscalculation or something somewhere. Something's going on. It's just got circulating supply. So anyway, we'll see. But the point I'm making is, in a year from now, they just launched mainnet in a matter of a few months. They just closed their ICO recently, and they've already bought BitTorrent. And what else have they done? New Tron payment platform designed to bring Tron directly to stores worldwide. A new Tron payment system is in the works, designed to allow stores around the world to accept TRX. The platform is called Poppy, and it runs on Clover, the popular cloud-based point-of-sale software that stores use to accept forms of payments like Visa and MasterCard. Clover users who download the Poppy app will be able to transact with Tron and other Tron tokens. Poppy will accept payment with Tron cards, which have the look and feel of a credit card but can be used as a wallet and as a payment method for TRX and other Tron tokens. Generic Tron wallets are also supported. I'm telling you, these guys are laying down the very fabric that is going to change the game, I think. And the thing of it is when I think of projects like Tron, Matrix AI, Aeon, even Cardano, and I think about this interoperability, the ability to get all of these fantastic projects with specific centralizations, I guess you could call it, not in their decentralized nature, but in their overall focus on what they're trying to accomplish for the blockchain space as a whole. And I think of projects like Aeon sitting right smack dab in the middle and connecting all these guys like a traffic cop and being able to just dictate and help facilitate one project working with another, sharing data and growing from there. And then you have this artificial intelligence solution that's constantly learning about what each project is being used for, the dApps on these individual blockchains. And I think about the grand scale of interconnectivity. Imagine what's going to be possible in the next couple years. If this doesn't get you excited, I don't know what the hell will. Because these are legitimate projects that are being developed day after day to solve solutions and problems. And this is the cream that, in my opinion, is rising to the top. BitGuild. BitGuild and Magic Academy, the world's first idle blockchain game based on Tron. Here's the thing. This is a whole thing. I'm not going to read a whole bunch of stuff, but ultimately this is a game where you can create wizards and, you know, level up your wizards, get them better equipment, and then go attack other people's wizards and take their shit. Their shit being Jades, which are an ERC20 Tron token, or a TRC20. Oh, excuse me. A TRC token. And ultimately you're kind of mining by just beating up other people and taking their stuff. And I'm probably going to give it a shot. Like, it'll probably be fun. The thing of it is that BitGuild is actually launching a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a gaming portal based on Tron. Bitizen's wardrobe update. Woohoo! Mytherium. That's interesting. Ether Online. ETH Town. Crypt Age Origins. Crypt Dungeons. You can't even click a lot of this stuff because it's coming soon. Now, I actually came here looking for the Wizardry, or Magic Academy, but I couldn't find it. There's no link for Magic Academy, which kind of like threw me off. I'm like, well, what the hell? But it's primarily about BitGuild. And I talked about BitGuild in the past because I'm like, this actually looks pretty badass. And I think, again, BitGuild could very well be, like, if you think about it, you've got your decentralization of data, right? Then you've got your payment solution. And now you've got your gaming sector. And if you think about, you know, what's next for Tron? What's going to come to the platform next? What are they either going to buy or you know, subsidize for development or support, or, you know, what's coming next? I'm telling you, I see either augmented reality or virtual reality. I am going to predict that somehow, some way, Tron is going to start diving into virtual reality. I don't know. I haven't found anything yet. So if there's anything out there, point me to it. But I see Tron definitely getting into virtual reality very soon, and sooner than later. But they're just laying the foundation now. And so, you know, ultimately, where do I think the Tron price is going to go in the grand scheme of things? Look, there are going to be a lot of dApps coming to Tron. And I'm sure this is going to grow significantly in 2019. I can't even begin to fathom how many dApps are going to be coming on board. And honestly, I would suspect to say there'll probably be some STO or ICO type launch projects for Tron as well. And let's face it, that's really the claim to fame for Ethereum in 2017. It's all the ICO money that flowed through Ethereum into these ICO projects that are now just starting to launch some of their test nets and main nets. Well, what happens in 2019 when STOs are a bigger point of discussion and regulation is more fine-tuned by the SEC? I'm sure we're probably going to have this Bitcoin ETF at some point, and my guess is February. And I've been saying that for months. There are so many things that are still going to be changing in the space over the next 6 months that I think we're just I don't even know where to go with all this. There's just so much. I think in the grand scheme of things, Tron stands to be gaining a lot of market share, and I could see it becoming a true competitor to Ethereum. It's mind-blowing. And the thing of it is you look at the market cap and the total circulation of supply and their total supply. Yes, there's a huge difference. But when you look at what Ethereum is primarily used for, and you look at what Tron is laying the foundation for, you're going to see the overall use case is going to start blowing Ethereum out of the water. Now, if I'm looking at the Tron blockchain, 919 nodes already basically running this thing. They're at a pretty significant block height for as early as they are. 129,877 transactions in the last day. How many other blockchains do you guys know of that have this kind of transaction activity already months after launching their mainnet? I don't think any. I could be wrong. Prove me wrong in the comments if I'm wrong. Show me some proof. Let me see it. Total accounts, 484,667 total accounts. That doesn't strike you as significant? The fact that this is still a baby, like this was literally a stain on somebody's pants months ago, and now here we are with this kind of growth. Tron, to me, folks, is going to be a big winner. Now I will scroll up and take a look at chat and see if everybody's cursing me or saluting. 50x of 2 cents is $1. Exactly. That's the whole point. I can see Tron getting to $1 relatively sooner than later. Oh, you're answering a question, I see. GoChain versus Chromopolis versus Tron. Who you got? Look, I think GoChain's a solid project, and I think they're going to be fast and powerful and all that stuff, but I'm not seeing a lot of real big activity from GoChain right now. And I think they're so busy with what they're doing. You know, like, I used to be able to, like, sit down and kind of chat with them. I barely ever get a hold of those guys anymore. I don't even know what's going on. I've invited them to Chainwise, to present, to speak, all kinds of stuff. There's no answer. I don't know what's happening with GoChain. I see, like, I would love to have Tron. I would honestly love to have Justin Sun out to Chainwise. It's not going to happen. But, you know, I think that, honestly, right now, based off of everything I've seen, I would probably say Tron. I mean, they're making big moves. So, but at the same time, GoChain didn't get $100 million at ICO. So, you know, that's the thing you have to put into perspective, too, is how much money did these guys get when they launched their token sales? You know, GoChain's working with significantly less than Tron was able to acquire. And so you have to put that into perspective. But I would consider GoChain an underdog, but it doesn't mean that an underdog can't come out swinging and have a puncher's chance. So, you know, anything could happen, but I'm going to say on the grand scale of things, I'm going to probably put my money on Tron. That's just my gut instinct right now. Tron won't be $1 anytime soon. Who knows in 10 years, but not anytime soon. You know, maybe. I mean, the highest I think it got was, I mean, not a lot. It's never been worth a fortune. So it's not like even its all-time high was significant. I think it might have been 25 cents. Yeah, it's exactly what it was. Like 25 cents. So, yeah. So so that is at a market cap of $16.7 billion. That's the overall market cap. $16.7 billion. It's crazy. Right now, it's at 1.3. So, 16.7, 24-hour volume, $4.7 billion USD. That's crazy. Crazy. So, yeah, to say that it can reach $1, it's going to reach $1 at some point, I believe. I believe it will. You know, right now, Tron's price point is like before private pre-sale. Like this is so stupid low that, you know, and it's so obtainable by the public. And I think that's why you have so many users on the blockchain, why you have so much going on. I don't know. Mark my words, I can see $1. I'm just going to put it out there. I can absolutely see $1 for Tron. Is it going to happen before the end of this year? Oh, no. Could it happen in 2019? I think so. And the thing you guys have to remember, when you guys are talking about market cap and you're comparing market cap with everything that's going on right now, There is another website. I tried talking to the guy, like, hey man, can you throw some banners up for me for Chainwise? It's a new website. And I'm like, I'll talk about it on my channel and I'll help boost you up, get other influencers. He's like, we don't want banners, sorry. And I'm like, man, that was so depressing. But I'm like, you know what? The site's pretty cool and it can help a lot of people. So I'm going to be talking about it probably on my next video. I was hoping they'd be willing to help me out somehow with Tron if I like gave them a big boost and it's all for free. I'm not charging them anything, but it is what it is. I mean, some people just don't give a shit. I don't even think it's really that. I think based off of what the website is, it kind of breaks down the true market cap kind of thing. Like how much is actually invested in the space within 10%. You know, it's basically trying to compete with coin market cap, which is really inflated and not as accurate and all that other stuff. So I get what they're trying to do, and because they built the site, they deserve the exposure. I'm going to give it to them, even though they won't help Chainwise. You know, that's the thing about Chainwise I'm realizing, man, everybody's got their hand out. You really cannot promote shit. And look, I try to promote stuff too. Like, if a company's going to make millions of dollars, you know, off of me talking about a project or reviewing their project, absolutely I'm going to charge them. But, you know, there are a lot of projects that I talk about that, I mean, they don't really have the resources to pay me. And if I really, really like the project, I'll talk about them anyway. But, you know, it's like, man, it's like you get, I talked to one company about, you know, Chainwise online marketing and things like that. And I told them, look, $5,000 budget for online marketing for right now. And they're like, well, how about 10? And I'm like, dude, you know, I've already explained the situation. This isn't a cash grab. I'm not throwing thousands of dollars all over the place and hoping for a rainfall. So anyway, I don't know, but I'm gonna be talking about that in you know, soon enough. So anyway, that is that. Let's see. Oh wow, I was scrolled way up. On Binance, I watched TRX go to 31 cents or 33 cents for its all-time high. Well, and that could be. That could be. It's not showing up on market cap, though. Crow, how long do you think the Wall Street algorithms will continue to shove the market down? You know, I don't know. I don't even really follow the general stock market at all anymore. I just know that since yesterday, everything is crashing. Let me take a look at that. Dow Jones. Wow, Dow Jones down 545. Wow. Crazy. Another wild sell-off. Dow sinks 546 points. S&P 500. I mean, everything is crashed. Everything has gone down. I don't know why. I mean, it could be the big, you know, 10-10-2018 thing that I did a video about. But, I mean, the thing of it is a 500 point, while that sucks, and it obviously hit Bitcoin as well, I guess the question is, what will recover first? If a lot of people were cashing out fiat or cashing out stocks on the stock market, well, now their money's free. So there might be a lot of free capital out there. So if that's the case, where's that money going to go back into? Everybody knows Bitcoin's at a low. So is everybody going to take their stock money and now start putting it into Bitcoin, expecting a rise up with this ETF? How many people are in the know? What's happening? Those are the questions. What's going to recover faster? Are we going to start seeing a big boost, you know, over this weekend in Bitcoin value while the rest of the stock market stays kind of hanging out low? Those are the big questions. Everything is dumping. Tron is a hodl coin. Just buy some if interested and don't look at it for 3 years. It's pretty much how I feel about it. Slightly unsurprised, crypto was down too. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the nature of the beast. Though, you know, a lot of people, they kind of speculate. They say, well, if the stock market goes down and everybody's going to be crazy and they're going to want to hedge their losses against the Bitcoin's future value. So then, you know, if the stock market crashes, Bitcoin should go up. It's not what we saw. It's just not what happened. And unless, you know, somebody's watching those order books and people started trying to buy, but there are, you know, less people trying to sell than there are more people trying to sell than there were to buy, and the people just dumped into those buy walls. I don't really know, but everything went down. And it looks like it's still kind of going down. Let's look at this on a 4-hour. Wow, it's crazy. 4-hour looks far more brutal than a day chart. I mean, it looks bad. 6,035, it was where it bounced off of. Just crazy. Look how low that RSI is on a 4-hour. I mean, on any given day, this looks like a big kind of like, I mean, the RSI being this low, that looks like buy territory right there. But even the indicators here is a strong sell. Like, it's crazy what's happening. But that's it. Yeah, it's very, very oversold. I mean, it's like typically when a stock or a crypto or anything goes, when it looks like this, it's in such oversold territory that it starts to go up, but it's not. I mean, it's kind of correcting itself, and if it leverages out here, and then people start to accumulate at this lower price point, what'll probably happen is once that happens, around here it'll probably shoot up with a big giant green candle, and it'll probably hit those 64, 45, somewhere along there. If I'm anything for patterns, you know, and then it'll start to sell off. Whoever did that will start to sell off at 6,400, ride it back down here, come back down, it'll hit around 6,250, something like that. I don't know. That's just my stupid off-the-cuff whim of a guess. I mean, look, I don't think the price is really going to start turning around until we get into November. That's just my thing. But we'll see. All right, guys, 36-minute video. Hopefully, you know, this kind of puts some things into perspective for Tron, gives you at least my thought process on Tron. I love it. I really do. I love Tron. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a very, very big project. I mean, it already is a big project. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think it's going to continue to grow, and I'm very interested to see what Justin Sun does. Man, I would do an interview with Justin Sun right now through an interpreter, and I would just love to pick his head, pick his brain a bit. I want to get, this is the thing with me. It's like from a business perspective, okay, I get it. But for me, I really like to get inside the personal mind of somebody. That oftentimes helps me, especially if I can really get in there. And I've never really been able to do that so well live on YouTube because I feel like there are certain expectations. Especially if somebody's like, it's a different animal. And I feel like if I can get into the real person, not just what's publicly put out there on Twitter or YouTube or in blogs or any of that stuff, but the person, what really makes them tick? Like, what kind of childhood did they have? What was their family life like? Are their parents still together? I mean, things like that really kind of matter to me. Because like right now, I kind of look at Justin Sun as a bit of a maverick. Somebody who just says, you know what, I've got this huge, huge dream. I want to change the world, and I'm laying out a plan to do it. And people like that really inspire and interest me because I want to know who is the man behind the dream. What is it about them that makes them feel that this is accomplishable, you know? And so maybe someday I'll get the opportunity to do that. But like the interviews that I do are really nowhere near the kind of interviews I would love to do. I would love to really be in the driver's seat and be able to ask and talk about anything. Not worried about time, not worried about, you know, like Joe Rogan. Like, I like the way Joe Rogan interviews people. And I love, oh my God, by the way, if you guys have not seen Joe Rogan's Netflix special, oh my God, was it hilarious. My wife and I watched it last night. I love Joe Rogan. He reminds me a lot of myself, to be honest. Like, Joe Rogan is one of those people, I feel like if we hung out, we would end up being pretty cool. And I would smoke some weed with Joe Rogan, and then I'd go roll jujitsu with him and Eddie Bravo all day long. I mean, I'd get all broken up, but I would still do it, and it'd be a blast. But, like, if there's anybody out in the world that I would probably sit down and hit a bowl with, it would be Joe Rogan and Eddie Bravo. But, you know, ultimately, I like Joe Rogan's realness. He is a funnier version of me in a lot of ways, I think. He's just, and, you know, he's so spaced out, too, that you can tell he spends a lot of time just toked up and just contemplating random weird shit. And it turns into some of the best comedy because look it up on Netflix, man. You got to watch that Joe Rogan special. It was hilarious. It was great. I was like almost crying, and I really needed it. Like I'd probably go back and watch it again tonight because I've been pretty stressed. Yeah, Joe Rogan is very, very smart. So yeah, someday I'd love to hang out with him or interview him or him interview me. I don't know. I mean, he has a lot of huge names. I'm nobody to Joe Rogan, but it would just be cool to just like hang out, man. I would do it online even, like just hang out and talk about the craziest shit. Alex Jones conspiracy theories. I could see him and I going on for hours about the nuttiest shit ever just for the sake of discussing it and like exploring those weird thought processes that stem from, the seeds planted from all the conspiracy nuts. I don't know. I think it would be a wild ride, personally. I did watch the interview he did with Elon Musk, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Dude, interview Alex Jones. I'm afraid if I interviewed Alex Jones, I'd get my channel shut down. Alex Jones is cool. I like Alex Jones. I used to listen to his radio show online a lot. He just gets so goofy. Like, I get that a lot of what he does is kind of, I don't want to call it rhetoric, but it's kind of one of those things that he likes to be dramatic, cause for effect, and all of that. Sometimes I feel like he just gets a little crazy, and it gets to be a little too much for me. Yeah, immediately censored. Yeah, the second Alex Jones showed, hopefully I don't get flagged just for saying his name. See, and that's the thing. On a decentralized blockchain thing, like maybe LBRY or what's the other one? BitTube, something like that. That's where Alex Jones should go. He should go to BitTube because I don't think they can just pull him off of there. I could be wrong. I'd have to look into how exactly that stuff is structured, but on what kind of wallet do I keep Tron? I cannot remember, to be quite frank. I can't remember what wallet to put Tron on since they launched their mainnet. It may still be ERC20, but I'm not 100% certain. I'd have to double check, honestly. Well, I guess I can look. Tron wallet. When using Tron Android wallet, Tron wallet notice. Before using the Tron wallet. So there's all the different Tron wallets. Ledger. I mean, there are a lot of different. Yeah, I was under the impression it's still like an ERC20 compatible token, but I could be wrong about that. Tron wallet, ERC20. Tron wallet, Atomic wallet. You can store it on there. So you can store it on Atomic wallet if you like using those. So a lot of options to store Tron. So yeah, it's not ERC20. I know. It's TRC20. But you can still store it on Atomic wallet. All right, I'm gonna call it here, and I'm gonna go take a couple sips of some scotch. Tron isn't an ERC. I know it's not an ERC20 token. It was until its mainnet. And now you have to either store it on a Tron wallet or Atomic wallet and all that stuff. I know, people. I know. So anyway, I'm going to sign off and just kind of take a break for the rest of the night because I'm tired. Honestly, I'm tired. I might go play some more Magic the Gathering and build another shit deck that I can show off sometime in the future and just get my face wrecked live on YouTube. So, crow your coins, and I'll see you again soon. See you guys.